Buon pomeriggio a tutti e benvenuti alla quarta intervista di Andrà tutto bene. L'ospite di oggi è un collega della casa madre, Teo Sobierei. Hi Teo, nice to meet you. How are you?
Hi, the pleasure is mine. I'm pretty good, thanks. What about you?
I'm fine, thanks. You should know that Teo was the first one to respond with joy to the invitation we addressed to all colleagues. And for this, Teo, really thank you because your feedback made us believe in this project from the very beginning.
Yeah, pleasure is mine.
Well, this morning, while I was preparing the interview, I found out that you live in Wuppertal.
Yeah.
Where there is the oldest suspended railway of the world, right?
Yeah, it is.
To be honest, I've never seen anything like that. I'd like to show the railway also to our public. Give me a second that I'll share my desktop. Okay, do you see it?
Yeah, well, this is still the old one. They have new ones now in light blue, and the new ones they have a bag full of glass, so all the children wants to sit in the end of the train so they can see the whole city. But it's pretty nice actually. But this is the old one.
Okay, but the concept is the same.
It's the same, yeah.
It's a bit strange seeing it over the river or even above normal roads. I think maybe it's a bit like going on in giostra, I say in Italian, I don't know the English word. I mean such attraction in amusement park.
Well, a little bit, but if there is bad weather like storms or thunderstorms, it's slightly creepy because it's really swings.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, but it's well, you've grown accustomed to it once it's in your city.
Thank you for the information. So let's start with the real interview. First of all, what is your job title in Asseco?
Well, the official job title is Senior Project Manager.
Okay. Now there is a standard question I ask all my guests. Do you have a mentor inside or outside Asseco?
Well, I had one outside. It was from my first job. He was head of production there, and it was this special kind of guy who is always find the real mix between white and black, so that you find the best shade of gray in any situation. Yeah, he was retired in March this year, so I drove home back to say goodbye to the old man.
In general, how did you experience this last period?
Well, actually, it passed by pretty fast in the end. So there is a song by Joan Baez where she said, in the end, everything is just diamonds and rust. So in the end, the bad things mostly fade away, especially and they fade away quite fast. And so when I look back, the time wasn't actually that bad, especially here in Germany. It wasn't so bad at all. So yeah, it was relaxing in the end.
Mm-hmm. I'm afraid that in Italy there will be a lot of rust to be removed in the next months.
Probably, yeah.
And are there any activities that you started to do during quarantine for which you never had time before?
Actually, two. First one was arts and craft with my daughter, and actually her ballet lessons came to remote, and so I joined her ballet lessons a couple of times. Yeah.
Nice. And the next question is something I wonder every time I talk with parents in the last period. How did you explain this coronavirus to your daughter? How did you relieve her of possible fears?
Well, we just broke it down to the virus. Well, the virus was the reason why to behave slightly different, but in the end, she reacted quite good. She acknowledged the rules, and she behaved really good. And to be honest, we used the virus also as an excuse why YouTube Kids just disappeared from her iPad. So the virus had many shades in our family. No, but she did great in this time. I'm proud.
From my point of view, children are almost always better than adults. I must admit that the idea of this program was also born thanks to a drawing of my little sister-in-law. I mean, the rainbow you usually see on the cover of these videos. And she's actually here today, looking at me, smiling from backstage. That is my kitchen. Giulia, vuoi venire a salutare?
Sì.
Ok. Vieni. Vi ho detto che hai fatto tu il disegno dell'arcobaleno. Lo vuoi salutare? Ti ricordi come si dice in tedesco? Hallo Theo, wie geht's dir?
Hallo, mir geht's gut, danke. Wie geht's dir?
Mir auch.
Das ist schön.
Va bene, ci vediamo dopo. Okay, now she's happy. Back to us and the question. Do you think we can learn something from children and their way to react?
Well, a couple of weeks ago, I would have answered this question in a different way. But what you can see now in Germany is while all these restrictions and problems we had with Corona are removed, the society slightly opened. You see a lot of adults just complaining, it's not fast enough, I want to do this, I want to do that. But children, especially my daughter, she enjoys everything she can do again. So just going to the city, going to a cafe or stuff like this, she's really enjoying it and loves it, and this is something we can learn a lot about.
What is the first thing you'll do as soon as we get to normality?
Well, I guess I'm gonna see my parents. Well, they live 600 kilometers away and haven't seen them for a while. And I guess the second thing is we go to a theater.
For sure. Also, your daughter will be happy.
I guess, yeah. So my mother-in-law lives in Hungary, and it was planned that he comes to a Grandma Day this year, and well, Grandma Day was cancelled, like everything. Yeah.
Is there anything you will never take for granted after this bad story?
Freedom.
Yeah. Many of us, I think, would answer so. And another topic, what do you think about smart working?
Well, there are many things you can do smart working, but especially my job is about talking to people and interacting with people. And I have to admit, I lost a lot in all those video conferences, also with my customers. And what I saw was that all my customers requested personal meetings as soon as it was possible. So of course, smart thing is a nice thing, but I personally prefer personal contact and my customers as well, as it seems.
Are you one of those who dresses well or works in pajamas?
Well, I dress quite usual, even from home. I needed to for my mind setting. So it's a big procedure. Getting shaved in the morning, getting up in a shirt. Well, I need that.
I understand. Who is the last person you video called?
Well, actually, it was my mom. It was my mom yesterday.
Okay. This pandemic has certainly changed us as human beings, both positively and negatively. Is there any positive change you would like to maintain?
Well, yeah. Well, I worked quite a lot in the last couple of years. Also lived with my family in Asia, and especially the first 2 weeks in the pandemic, I spent more time with my family than ever before. And I guess I feel closer to my girls than ever before. And this is a spirit. I hope I can keep it at least a little bit.
It's a very nice thing. How do you say your mother tongue? Andrà tutto bene?
Yeah, we say wird aus, no?
Wird aus, no? Das
No.
ist Dialekt.
Yeah, well, it's state of Thuringia.
Okay.
Eastern part of Germany.
So thank you, Theo, for your time. It was a very pleasant chat. Next time I come back to Karlsruhe, I'll let you know so we can have a coffee break together if you have time.
Yeah, we will see.
Ringrazio anche tutti coloro che hanno seguito l'intervista di oggi. Vi ricordo che domani alle 16 ci sarà Donata con il suo pillole di progetto e giovedì Riccardo con Non gestire il gestionale. Come probabilmente già sapete, dalla scorsa settimana Riccardo ha iniziato a fare vere e proprie demo sul nostro software P. A tal proposito vi ricordo che per visualizzarle è necessario possedere il link. Questi video infatti non li potrete trovare normalmente sulla nostra pagina YouTube. Per avere il link potete scriverci, partecipare all'evento di LinkedIn o registrarvi nella pagina dedicata sul nostro sito. Ultima comunicazione di servizio: da giugno Riccardo e Donata si alterneranno, quindi ci saranno 2 episodi al mese di pillole di progetto e 2 di Non gestire il gestionale. Detto questo, direi che per oggi è tutto. Vi auguro una buona serata da parte mia e da Asseco Solutions. Ciao a tutti!